Hello, everybody.
Hello.
Oh, thank you for coming. I am Globish Tanaka, a Hirosaki English Conversation Circle Globish member. Today, I will bring you 3 rules for memorization techniques: repetition, relation, and regulation. It must manage your English and other language ability to make advancement. So please enjoy. First, repetition. Uh, According to a scientific article, spatial repetition, the guide of the technique, and what is the forgetting curve, authored by Sander Tang, who is a founder of scientific website, his student. There are many spatial repetition methods on the internet with free available. It's organized by Ebbinghaus forgetting curve. Dr. Hermann Ebbinghaus was German psychologist in 1880. It's showing us human forgetting rate with a timeline. Please take a look. This handout. This is a forgetting curve. Okay. It shows us so recognize the forgetting declining rate. Just after memorization, your memory 1 day later, it's about 50% declining. Or 6 days later, it's almost zero. Oh, incredible. But forgetting curve shows us the retaining method to third and fourth last time. About 4 times repetition must you are memorizing so highly level retention. There is a 2 method I show you, super memo and bright side, like this. Just after your memorization, please review day 1, and the next review is day 7, and third, day 16, and the last one is day 35. Just 4 times repeat can your memory retention the high level. Don't forget. But human forgetting is not so worse things because our human brain has a sort of limitation. So if your brain has packed with a lot of memory, you cannot insert the new information. So to forget anything is making new space to new information. So please forget unnecessary things at first. That's memorization technique. Number 1, repetition. And number 2, relation. Here is mind mapping. You might know mind mapping. It's a brainstorming as connecting freely. It's useful to memorization for something like speech or instant learning. And I'd like to one thing more is mnemonics. Here is a mnemonic. And it's a kind of crazy word connection. For example, USA is the United States of America, the abbreviation. And ISS is International Space Station, the ISS, the top letters lower. And one thing more example is desert and desert, DESSRT or DESRT. Double S is edible, eating sweet, and single S is kind of terrain. Yes, the method is to desert is meaning sweet sugar, SS, and the single S is just sand. It's a method to recognize. Double S desert is sweet sugar, but it's very sweet. It's a kind of mnemonics. And one more relation is gesture, hand gesture. It's a so-called muscle memory. As you might recall in study age, you always writing with your hand. It's a hand memory and brain memory. They're connecting very strongly. And one thing more is this mnemonics or memorization, such as unfamiliar word. You can install the gesture like this or like this. Such a gesture simultaneously memorization is a good recall, remember. And it's contagious to you. If I try to this rule, this action, something like, for example, it's a memorization. You might remember my posture, my movement, and memorization with the word. Yes, that's a relation. And here is a sample, the hand picture, the finger, it's a finger word, index, middle, ring, and pinky, some finger. Each finger has a word, and you can variety method, this finger word technique. You need some training, some index, middle, like so. But it's going to familiar with you as time goes by. Please try it. And the last one approach is regulation. People have utilized memorization techniques, the regulation, and there is a precise chunk. Do you know chunk is a kind of amount? Chunk, katamari, yes. And there are precise chunk method. It's about 3 to 5 information at once. It's authored by Caitlin McLean and Jerry Kelly. The article was memorization techniques for middle school students. That's said, it's 3 to 5 information at once is very precise memorization. For example, you have a phone number. I think it's 11 digits in Japan. 09012345678. 11 digits at once memorize is rather difficult, but 3 chunks, for example, 09012345678. 3 chunks separately is a rather easy assimilation. You can imagine in your brain there are many bubbles in your head, and each bubble can have a capacity to install 3 to 5. That's not set for 20 or 30 information. That will be overflow. So 3 to 5 information, tiny bubbles, but there are tons of bubbles in your head. So you can make chunking. It's so-called chunking. That's I recommend you immediately. So that's all technique I recommend you today. And if you organize and try to even a little, I'd be happy. And now we have a lift off from Hirosaki City to the world, through the roof, through the atmosphere or the moon. Yeah, from Hirosaki City. I'd be happy if you are looking forward to your activity, your advancement. Thank you for listening. ありがとうございました。So, question.
Okay.
Yes.
The question.
Yes.
First, I have a question for the second page of your handout. And it's an orange color.
Orange
color. It's like a regulation.
Yeah.
And the chunk. It's like a branch, like 30 minutes, 3 to 5 inch at once.
Yeah.
And 20 to like 5 times 4.
Yes.
I like to understand like why like these message this word is on it. So like, can you explain like why like 30 minutes, 3
Ah.
and
Okay, 30 minutes. Yes. I couldn't explain you about 30 minutes, but it's shown on the internet. People's attention span, 出力 is can not retain over 1 hour. 30 minutes is the best time for retention attention span.
Okay.
Yeah. So I'm sorry, I can't explain.
And then like what about like a 20 to like a 5 times 4? Like what is this about?
Yeah. For example, 20. Basically, fundamentally, 3 to 5, 3 or 4 or 5 information is a precise amount, but over 20 or 30 or 100 can't install at once.
Okay. So like if you got like 20 items, like 20 things you memorize, you split like 5,
Yes.
5, 5, 5,
Yes,
and then 4, and then you remember 20.
Yes.
Okay.
Chunk,
I
4 chunk.
understand.
Yes.
Okay.
And
Thank you.
4 chunk, 4 bubbles in your head.
Okay.
Yes.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yes. Thank
ありがと
you.
うございます。
いいですかね。はい。OK、じゃあこんな感じでありがとうございました。
一応なんか座った方がいいかなと思って入れといたので、答えがすぐ押したのかなと思ったけど、本当